Live now.
Yeah. Good morning, one and all. On behalf of St. Teresa's Institute of Education, Principal Dr. Sister Tanuja Wagmare, teaching and non-teaching staff, EdFly team, and our very resourceful resource person, Dr. Sandhya Khedekar, I, Dr. Cinderella Di Mello, welcome all the participants for this day 4 of our faculty development program. We are once again very happy to have you all with us. Let us thank God for this beautiful day and ask Him to lead us higher, lead us deeper, lead us beyond, and lead us to Him. We will start this day with a small prayer song.
Feeling thy presence, feeling thy grace, feeling thy radiance. You are my source of faith and strength. You are my path and destination. And always come to you. Nothing of me, everything of you. Lead me higher, lead me deeper, lead me beyond, lead me to you.
With this prayer, we start a new day. We thank Dr. Sandhya for leading us to this new path of technology. Over to you, ma'am, for this today's session. You can start, ma'am. Thank you.
My dear participant friends, a very good morning once again. And I'm very happy with your responses. Many of you are actually working on all these tools and they are making their own presentations. They are creating their own YouTube channel. They are creating their videos. And I could get many messages from the participants on personal chat that they are making use for their classroom teaching also. Nowadays, most of the schools, they are teaching online to students. And if you are using all these tools, I'm very happy because our objective of this faculty development program is all teachers, we are creating teachers to be techno-savvy for future classrooms. Because we all know that in this digital era, teaching learning process is going to be digital. And we don't accept it, our student will not accept us. So that is the case. So I'm very, very happy with all your appreciation and love. And I'm really thankful to all of you for making difference in your life because it is very, very essential. Whatever we learn, we have to apply. And our main focus is have that application for our students and make future generation more techno-savvy. They are already techno-savvy than us. If you see the younger generation, they learn or they adapt technology immediately. We don't have to tell them again and again. Just on one click, they come to know about many things and they do it very easily. So we have to just motivate them. We have to just create that kind of awareness amongst the students to use this technology very effectively. Today, again, we will learn few more features. I will tell you how to give voiceover to your PowerPoint presentation. Because most of you are already using PowerPoint presentations in the classroom situation. but making it more interactive. We can make our slides more interactive. We can put some videos, audio in the PowerPoint presentation, and within a fraction of seconds, how we can convert our PPT or our PowerPoint presentation in video. That is very much possible, because there might be teachers who face some difficulty recording the video. They might be not having the front camera to their laptop. And as I told earlier, we can have a recording of video lectures on mobile also. All the tools are mobile friendly. So if you don't want to do all those recordings, what you can do is just create your PowerPoint presentation, give your voice and convert it into video. It's very, very easy. So first what I will do is I'll share my converted PPT to video already. I'll show the example first, and then we will see how to do that. So for that, I'm sharing my screen with you all. Here is one already done presentation. I'll show you. This is a 4-minute presentation made on artificial intelligence. You can see the screen. So it look like PPT only. So some slides are there, and you can see if I scroll down, slides are there. But I have already given the voice. How I can identify here on the right hand side. If I click here, you can see there is some sound icon is there. That means voice is already given to this PPT. Whenever I give slideshow and I begin the slideshow, it will automatically take me to that audio of my PPT. So let's go ahead. I am clicking slideshow and from beginning. So it will be audible to all.
Today we will discuss about artificial intelligence and how artificial intelligence is playing important role in our daily life also and in the future of education also. What exactly it is? It is the study of computer systems that attempt to model and apply the intelligence of the human mind. Let me give you one example. Nowadays in our home also we are using Alexa device. And what Alexa does is Alexa identifies the human voice and it replies. That means artificial intelligence is used in the Alexa to identify human voice. Likewise, in robotics also artificial intelligence is involved. So it is a beautiful technology where we can incorporate all these things in education 4.0. A branch of computer science dealing with the simulation of intelligent behavior in computers and the capability of a machine to imitate intelligent. Slide, you must have heard about all these words because it is the fourth revolution which is characterized by the fusion of technologies which include augmented reality, virtual reality, Internet of Things, artificial intelligence or machine learning, big data analytics, cloud computing, 3D printing, digital simulation and robotics. We all have heard all these words and we all are going to use in this future of it. This faced here are computing power, tolerance power, intuitive thinking and judging power. Let us understand how. I'm going to show this small video to you so we'll get the whole idea of artificial intelligence. So let us begin with the video.
The artificial intelligence. Before we answer that, let's look at this term television. What do you understand by the term television? Well, it can be anything that's made by people, things, or non-natural. And what do you understand by intelligence?
My PPT is explaining the video itself.
So what do we get when we combine these two together? Artificial intelligence is a broad area of computer science that makes machines think like they are very intelligent. The goal of AI is to mimic the human brain and create systems that can function intelligently and effectively. We say that the age of AI is here. To this, you might be wondering, why don't you see flying cars or build planes bringing you lunch? Why doesn't your life go slower like the Jetsons? Well, for starters, that's a cartoon, and when it comes to AI, a robot is nothing more than a shell concealing what's actually a computer technology. AI many different ways. If you have ever asked Alexa to order your food or browse Netflix and get suggestions, you are actually interacting with AI without realizing it. And that's kind of a point. AI is designed so you do not realize that there is a machine on the show. In the near future, AI is expected to become a little less artificial and much more intelligent. As AI becomes more intelligent, it will obviously take on the role of an intelligent worker. While most of the repetitive and largely time-related tasks are automated using AI, there are still human experts who can help.
देख तेरे को इसमें ना पार्टिसिपेंट में विरल डेढ़िया दिखेगा
Participant, I am the one that can help optimize any job. This means that as always, AI will be
दिख रहा है विरल डेढ़िया जूम में
So what are you waiting for?
मेरा लॉग आउट कर
Part of this AI revolution. Stop learning technology using
It is the human brain which made all these machines. So these machines will never overcome humans. So they will be always helpful to humans. Only thing is how smartly we are using all these machines that depend on us, and how we are making use for many creative and innovative things. It is in hand of man. If you want to learn more about artificial intelligence, or if you want to see more videos about digital technology or some digital new tools, you can go on my YouTube channel. Just go on YouTube, type my name Sandhya Khedekar, and you will be able to see my YouTube channel. Many technology related videos I have posted there, so you can see that. The participants, because it is a collaborative effort to learn new things and to go ahead with digital tools. And my friend.
So that was my PowerPoint presentation where I had given my voice to that PPT. And it is one of the beautiful feature is given by PowerPoint, where all the teachers can provide their voice. You can add some videos, you can have some artificial voice, so somebody will talk on behalf of you. You can add some videos, you can add music to the PPTs. Most of you might have used it, but let us see how to convert your PPT, how to give voice and how to make it more interactive, and how to have a MP4 video out of your PPT. I'm sharing one PowerPoint presentation with you, and it already has my voice. So I will remove that voice and again I will show how to go about it. Okay, so I'm selecting this PPT, and as you know, the voice is already given to this PPT. It is visible here in the right hand side. So what I will do, I'll go in slideshow. Here option is there that record slideshow. Go in the slideshow. Option is available here, record slideshow. And if you are using version Windows 10 or more, it is easily visible. If it is not visible on your computer or on your laptop, what you can do is just go in add-ins and you can add the feature of recording. So it gets added to the toolbar and it is visible on the toolbar. So if I click here, it is showing me start recording from beginning, start recording from current slide, and clear. So already I have given voice to this. What I will do is I'll clear this voice. So here it is again showing some options: clear timing on current slide, clear timing on all slides. So if I have to clear the time, clear narration on current slide. You can change only one slide also. If you want, you don't want any voice to any particular slide. So you can remove that from that. You just have to go to that slide and remove that from current slide. And here last option is clear narrations on all slides. So what I am doing here, I will clear narration from all slides. So if I click here, all the narration is gone. So it is, my voice is not there. So what I will do is, again I will show you, here narration is gone. So this option is not enabled. That means there is no narration to my PPT now. Now, how I will start? I will show some features before starting the recording or voiceover to PPT. You must be knowing about the home page. All the tools are available here. You can insert some shapes, you can fill the shapes, you can replace the things, you can add new slide, you can change the layout. These features are known to you, so I'm not going to explain it again because these are basic features we are using from many years. In insert option, if we go, all these options you might know, but on the right hand side you can see here video and audio option is there. So for example, I want to add some video to any particular slide. So what I will do is I will go to some slide. Okay, I'm here on this slide, and at the end, after this slide, I want to add some video. What I will do is right click here, I will add new slide. So this is a blank slide, and what we can do is just go on that slide. Okay, just go on that slide and you can add video if you want on that slide. So what you have to do is you just click on the video. Here it is a video option is there, and it is showing me insert video. So if I click on video option, again it will ask me online video or video on my PC. Okay, if video is already downloaded on my PC, I can select this option. So it will take me to my PC or my laptop, and I can select video from there. So there are some videos already available here. If I select, that will get added to my PowerPoint presentation. But if I want video from online, what I will do is I'll click on online, and it will take me to online page, and I have to select the video. It will ask me again from a video embed code or from YouTube. If I go to YouTube, so what I will do for copyright purpose, I will use my own video. Okay, if I click here, so it will ask me which video to upload. So these many videos I have uploaded already on YouTube. So what I will do is I'll select one video from here. Okay, I'll select this one about teaching skill. And once I select this video, it will ask me to insert. Okay, I can choose multiple options also. If I want to add more than one video, I can add. But it is for the demo purpose, I'm selecting one only. So I have selected one. And if I click on insert, it will get inserted. Okay. So I'll show you here. So it got inserted. If I want to maximize it, I can maximize. You can insert it on any slide, or you can insert it on blank side. So what I did, I just clicked on, I'll show you show it to again, because many participants are telling me again and again that I'm going little fast. So I'll tell you once again. So what you have to do is just go on the insert option. In insert option, there is an option called video on the right hand side. And you have to click on the video. It will ask me to insert video from online or insert video from my PC. If you already have downloaded video on your PC or on your laptop, you can select that, or you can directly go online, go on YouTube or any other URL, and you can select the video and you just insert. That video will get inserted here. Okay. Again, there is one more option, that is audio. If I click on audio, it will ask me again audio on my PC or record audio. So what I will do is audio on my PC, if I select, it is showing me there are some options available. Okay, if I select any option from here, so if I insert it here, it gets inserted. Okay, so I have inserted it. When you see the impact, I will actually start recording, then you will be able to see that. Okay, now In this insert option, I think you understood video, you can insert audio. Then screen recording option is there. If you want to record your screen, computer screen and related audio before inserting the recording onto your slide, you can do that from here also, or you can do it from a recording option. There are some designs available over here. If I show you, some designs or templates are available here. You can change the template or you can change the design of your PowerPoint presentation. So what you have to do for that purpose is you have to just select any template and it apply to all, it will get applied to all. And here is one beautiful feature of PowerPoint is transition. So how I want my slides to show. So I can select any transition from here. If I go in more, it will show me many transitions over here. So if I select this window 1, so my slide, you can see the demo here. If I select window, my PPT will look like it's coming from window. If I want to rotate it like this, it will get rotated. And if I apply to all, how it looks like, I'll show you from beginning. So it will change like this. Okay, so my if I want to show PPT in this way and I put voice to PPT, it will look like this. So transition is one of beautiful feature which is available. So now if you want to again change that thing, what you can do is you can pause your recording or you can directly stop. If your recording is complete, you can close it directly by clicking on the cross button over here. So I'm closing it now. So once I close it, it will save automatically. It will take few seconds to save. Now you can see over here, this icon is available on the right hand side of my slide. This icon is available. That means it got recorded. So I will check if it is recorded or not. I will begin my slideshow from the beginning. Good morning. This is Dr.
Ma'am,
Yeah, it's
I
done.
think we'll have to run
So
this.
that voice is already.
The last 2 minutes, I think people have missed. We'll have to run it again for last 2 minutes. You can take it to 23 minutes. Yeah, okay. 23 minutes. And then you can play again.
Click on record slideshow. If you click on record slideshow, it will ask me start recording from beginning or start recording from current slide. So I want it from beginning. So I'll click here and it will get started. I'll just begin it and start recording. Hello friends. Good morning. This is Dr. Sandhya Khedekar and today we will discuss about artificial intelligence. And all of you know that nowadays we are using artificial intelligence for different purposes. You must be having Alexa device at your home which can recognize human voice, and artificial intelligence is used in robotics also. We are using artificial intelligence. So it is a study of computer system which attempts to model and apply the intelligence of the human mind. It's one of the wonderful things that we are going to use in the classroom situation also in future. And you must have heard about all these words like augmented reality, virtual reality, Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, learning, big data, analytics, cloud computing, 3D printing, digital simulation, robotics, and so on. And some challenges are also there. And here is a small video, but I'm not playing right now for this demo. And you can visit my website if you want to see it again. And don't forget to subscribe my channel so you will get more notification about it. And here are some of the videos I'll show you, so it will get started. You can see on the, so I'm stopping here my recording. So what option is there? When you start recording, here on left hand side, upper side, there is a pause button. If you forget something or if you want to again change that thing, what you can do is you can pause your recording or you can directly stop. If your recording is complete, you can close it directly by clicking on the cross button over here. So I'm closing it now. So once I close it, it will save automatically. It will take few seconds to save. Now you can see over here, this icon is available on the right hand side of my slide. This icon is available. That means it got recorded. So I will check if it is recorded or not. I will begin my slideshow from beginning. Good morning. This is Dr. Sandhya Khedekar. Yeah, it's done. So that voice is already added to my PPT, and you can see over here that it's done. It's wonderful tool. Which can recognize human voice, and artificial intelligence is used in robotics. Also, we are using artificial intelligence. So participants, did you get that? It's very easy to do. It's very easy to give voice over to your PowerPoint presentation. What you have to do is, today what you do, make only 5 slides and make those slides very interactive. Put audio in that, put video in that. You can choose video from YouTube. You can choose video from yours. You can actually create your video on mobile or laptop, and you can insert that video in your PowerPoint presentation. So it is a wonderful tool that you can use for teaching learning purpose. And if you see, for example, I don't want keep it as PowerPoint. If you keep it as, save it as a PowerPoint, and whenever you play the slideshow, this voice will be audible to all the participants, to all the students. That means that voice is recorded already in the PPT. If you don't want that, again you can go to the recording and you can clear the voice and you can have some other voice to your PPT. That is possible. One more feature I would like to tell you, I want to convert this PowerPoint presentation to MP4 video, and I want to upload it on my YouTube channel. Yesterday I showed you how to create YouTube channel. So if I want to put this video on YouTube channel, what I will do is, I'll just go to file, okay, and in file save as button, I'll select the place or where I want to save this. I'll save it on the desktop. I will give name to this. So I'll give my name only, or I can give AI, artificial intelligence video. Okay. And what I have to do, instead of saving as a type PowerPoint, I will save it as a MP4. Here MPEG4 video is there. So if I click on MPEG4 video and I click on save, it will save as a video. It is, you can show here down, creating video, AI video .mp4. It will take few minutes because it is getting converted from PowerPoint presentation to video, and once it's done, it actually gets saved wherever you have saved it, and you can use it directly as a MP4 video. You can share that video with your students also on your own website. You have already created your website, I suppose, and on your website you can share your MP4 video, or you can upload that video on your own YouTube channel. So you can see over here, it is now getting saved as MP4. I'll show you one example I already had done with the previous PPT. So I had created one MP4 video of my PPT. I'm sharing you with that. It looks like a video. So if I play here, it is converted into video. You can see over here. Okay, so it is possible with this feature of PowerPoint. Okay, it is again running. I'll stop it here. Now I think all of you are aware about how to add voice to your PowerPoint presentation, how to record it as a video, and how to save it as a video or a MP4. You can save it as PowerPoint slideshow also. You can save it as in the similar form of PowerPoint. Whenever you go on slideshow and you run the slideshow, the voice or the recording will automatically go on. and whichever video you have put on your PPT, it will get, actually all the students can listen that video, and you can go ahead. It's one of the wonderful tool, and nowadays it's very easy to use PowerPoint presentation for our students. And in this period of pandemic, we all are teaching online. So try using this in your PowerPoint. Make your PowerPoint presentation more and more interactive, and you will really enjoy it. Because whenever I was using only PowerPoint presentation, I had to explain many things about it, and I have to go with some other examples. If I wanted to show them some other examples, I had to again switch from that PowerPoint to YouTube channel, or I had to minimize that PowerPoint. I had to go to Word file, or I had to go to video file, and I had to show my students. But nowadays it is very, very easy. In your PowerPoint only, you can add all those features whichever you want. For example, in my PowerPoint only, I can insert link of my website. In my PowerPoint only, I can insert link of my own video or some others video. If I am teaching any particular subject, most of the teachers were asking me what to do for science subject, history subject, English subject. My dear teacher friends, subject or content is not important here. What kind of technology you are using to teach students, that is more important. And this technology is applicable to all the subjects. So whichever subjects you are teaching, you just have to make your PowerPoint, make it more interactive, give more transitions to it. You can add some sounds, you can add some audio, you can record your own voice, or you can put some videos. You can have recorded video of yourselves and put those. You will really enjoy this journey, because whenever we use this now, it's like eureka kind of thing. I always get those goosebumps when I create something new, and it gives a lot of happiness and self-satisfaction or job satisfaction. Whatever we are doing, that is most essential in teacher's life, I believe. Because though I am working as a principal in college, I'm very much passionate about teaching, and I always love to give new things to my students. And whenever they use it, because all my students, they are would be school teachers. I'm in teacher training college, so they are would be teachers, and I want all them and you all to use this technology in classroom, and you can create wonders in your classroom situation. Though now we are not going to school daily, you can create wonders in your Google Classroom, in your Google Meetings, in your Zoom meetings, or in some other technical tools if you are using. So we can really create wonders with help of all this technology. And VoiceOver with PPT is one of the wonderful tool that I have ever seen, because it is very simple to use. You don't need many softwares, you don't need many technical knowledge. It's very easy because it is user friendly. Most of the teachers, they know how to make PowerPoint, but making it little interactive, going one step ahead, that will give you a lot of joy. So try doing this. Once you do, then only you will experience that joy and that happiness. And when you share with your students, your student will give wonderful feedback to you. So I'm very sure that you are going to do it today. We will have some more demonstration about blackboard.fi and classroomscreen.com in this session. So let us go to that aspect of having more features, that how we can use some other tools, how we can incorporate those things in our teaching learning. So let us go to the Google and type classroomscreen.com. And after typing this, you can go on the page of Classroom Screen, and this kind of page will be visible. It's very easy to install. You just have to launch the new classroom, and after launching, it will just show you page like this. And very beautiful features this Classroom Screen is having. You can see few options here. If I want to change this background of the screen, I just go on the background, and you will see many photos, still photos and some animations also. You can click on any and your background image will get changed. But I always prefer animation because animation gives you different impact. I will show you how. Suppose I click on this image and you can see here on this image, this is an animated image. And while teaching in classroom, student might get impact that they are sitting on the seashore and water is coming towards them. It's like wave of knowledge. That knowledge is coming towards them, and very beautiful animations classroom screen is having. You can select any. There is second option called random names. Suppose I want to type something, I can type hello, or I can choose any option here. Then dice is there. Then if you are playing any game with the students, you can choose this option of dice, and it is very much useful in the quiz also. There is one more option, student sound level. Suppose in the classroom students are making any noise. So this will show you actually the level of the noise, and you can press on this bell icon. If noise is more, the bell icon, it will have some sound and students will come to know that we are making more noise and they will keep quiet. This is one of the beautiful option. So I am making this disable. Okay. So next is draw. Before that QR code is there, I will tell you that later. In text box, you can type anything. You can choose any pen. You can choose the color, and you can type or write anything you want. Suppose I want to say hi to my students, or I want to draw some diagram. I can do that with help of this tool. Then next is work symbol. Very beautiful feature it is. Suppose on the screen, if you want students should be silent, so you can enable this symbol. There is one more option, that is whisper. You can ask students to speak slowly. There is ask neighbor. If they have to discuss something, they can ask to their neighbor. And if they are doing any group activity, you can have this symbol enable, that is work together. Then next is traffic light. It is one of the beautiful feature of this classroom screen. If any quiz is going on, or you are doing any examination, you can ask student to stop. Just click on this button. This red button means stop. You can ask student to wait by this yellow color, and you can ask student to start or go with this color. So this is one of the nice feature of classroom screen. Then we have timer here. You can put timer for any examination or any activity. You can keep stopwatch. Stopwatch facility is also there. Then we have clock here. If you want to enable clock on your screen, you can enable this clock over here. And we have calendar also. If you want to give some schedule, timetable of the next week or any other schedule, or if you want to show any demo, you can use this calendar over here. And there is one option right side here, that is, if you don't want all these icons here, you can ask students it's not there, or you can again enable it. And this one, this QR code is there. If you want your students to join the class, you can ask your students, just go open your mobile, scan this QR code and join the class. So they will be easily able to join your class with the help of this QR code. So these beautiful features are there, and it's freely available, my friends, and it can be used effectively in teaching learning purpose. Then I will be showing you one more technology tool, that is whiteboard.py. Just go on the Google and type whiteboard. .fi and visit the page of this website, and here you can see the options new, join. We have not created any class yet, so we will say new class, and you just have to type your name. So I'll type my name, Sandhya K. And enable waiting room lobby, enable image upload for students. You can check any you want and create new class. Okay. So after creating class, it will allow me to use my class and my whiteboard. This is the room code. This code I can give to my students and my students can join with me in this whiteboard. Okay. So here already I had done some work. So I'll clear this whiteboard and let us see what we can do here. Here you can see free drawing mode is there. So you can use it for, you can select it and you can draw whatever you want. Okay. Then there is an eraser. If you want to erase it, you can erase. There is draw text. You can draw a text box and you can type anything if you want to type here. Lines and arrows are also there. You can select any line and you can put the line here. Then some figures are there. So if you want to draw a triangle, you can have it. If you want to draw a rectangle, you can draw a rectangle. If you want to draw a circle, you can have circle here. Some other shapes are also there. If you want to insert an image, for example, I want to insert this image of a child sitting on the chair with mobile. I can insert this image here, and if I want to insert background image, for example, this is a background image of stay home, stay safe. I want to put it on the back side, on the background. You can put it here. So some color combinations if you want to select. So I have chosen this color and I want to have this kind of shape. So colorful boxes I can put. I can put some text box inside and I can write. So whatever things you want to do, it works like your chalkboard, and it's very easy to use it. It is very user friendly, and children or students, they really like this kind of thing. So whiteboard, just visit whiteboard.fi and create your classroom, share the room code with your students and enjoy this facility. So dear participants, that was demonstration for today. And let us have some questions quickly, because many questions are coming up regarding how we can do this and how we can we do this in mobile. Let me tell you, we can record PPT voiceover in mobile also. You just need little practice. What you have to do is just open your PPT. You can mail that PPT from your computer to your email address. Open that and you can use any screen recorder and you can give voice to your PPT. You can save it as a MP4. I already showed you the demo. What you have to do, go in the file option, click save as and save as MP4. If MP4 option is not available there in your mobile or in your PC, what you can do is, there are many online converters available. Just go on Google and type PPT to MP4 converter. So your PPT will get immediately converted into MP4 video. It's that easy. And with help of only this PowerPoint voiceover, you can create your videos and you can upload on your YouTube channel. Yesterday, I got more than 100 videos uploaded on YouTube channel. Many participants, they created their videos first time. They created their YouTube channel first time. They uploaded one video and they shared that link. I'm very happy with your enthusiasm and the way you are participating, my dear participants. Let us quickly have some questions. Sarandha Singh is asking how to convert PPT to video. Already I told you, just go in the file, save as MP4, or go on Google, convert PPT to MP4. There are many online converters are available. You can select any and you can directly convert that PPT to MP4. Samsha Budhwani is asking how to start the voiceover without having to click on the speaker icon. Actually, what you have to do, go in the PowerPoint presentation and you have to insert the voice. Without inserting voice or without clicking on voice, it is not possible. So you have to select your mic, you have to insert the voice, insert voice button, and then only you can record your voice with your PPT. Vinta Bava, her question is, how can we layer the PPT one below the other in one slide only? It's not possible. You can have only one PPT on one slide, and you can have the other in other. So simultaneously you can show all the PPTs. Swasti Dhar, can the points be animated? Yes. In PPT, there is option called animation, and you can give animation to every point, to every picture, to every bullet point. For everything, you can give animation. Does it require to store sound file in same folder where the PPT is saved? Shubhada Pongshe. Shubhada, thank you for asking this question. Let me tell you, once you inserted any video or audio to your PPT, and if you are using that PPT voice over to some other computer or in some other classroom, or if you are having that PPT in some other session where you are not carrying your laptop, what you have to do is you have to carry that video and audio file in the same pen drive. It's not necessary it must be in the same drive, but in the same pen drive or in the same gadget, it should be there. Otherwise, it will not run. Many times what happens, people give voice over to PPT, they add some video, they add some audio, and when they use it on some other computer, the video is not audible and it's not working. So this thing might happen. But if you have not added that video or audio from your computer and you have added from URL, from YouTube, from some link, from some website, so whenever you are using that video, that PPT voiceover, your internet connectivity of that device must be on. That you have to take care of this. When you are showing any online video or you are inserted URL hyperlink in your PPT, internet connectivity must be there to that laptop or PC from where you are using your PPT. Can we do this on mobile? Yes, we can do. We can have any screen recorder and just scroll on the PPTs and you can give your voice and you can record it, not an issue. And you can convert it to MP4 also. Can we transfer a whole slide from one PP to other, and how? Yogesh Satpute. Yogesh, we can transfer a single slide to other PPT. We can select some slides, or we can have all the slides selected and you can save it. You just have to go on that slide, click on it, right click, copy, go to other option, other slide PPT and paste it there. It gets pasted and it's very easy to do. Can we give the link of Swayam or any other portals in our videos, or any copyright issues? Amiya Mohanty. So Amiya, actually, when you are giving any link, you have to give a proper reference, or you have to acknowledge that person or that website. It's necessary. Nowadays, copyright issue is there. Whenever you are taking any URL, whenever you are inserting any image, any video, you have to give reference. Yesterday, I used one video of animes and I had given reference of that particular website from where I took that video. It is essential nowadays because some copyright issues are coming up. What you can do is go on CC. Whenever you insert any video, one option is written in the below, that is CC. That is called actually common licensing. So that there is a website of common licensing, and what you can do is Creative Common license. Type this thing on Google. Go on the Creative Common license, and you will be see that what kind of licenses are given. Or what you can do is just see the below part of every document, of every image or every video. If it is copyrighted, then acknowledge that person. You have to give reference that from this particular website or from this author I have taken this, and don't copy paste it as like it's yours. Don't do that, never. So you have to give acknowledgement, you have to give reference for anything you download from Google. And if it is copyrighted free, if it is in Creative Common license, and if it reuse is there, means if author has written that, any person can reuse it. So you can reuse it without permission of that person. Otherwise, you have to take permission. Does it work in all versions of PowerPoint? Minali Jain. Nowadays, actually, in 2007, this was not there, inserting audio and video. You can click on add-ons, you can take it in add-ons. But I'll suggest that we are in 2020 now. At least use Windows 10 version. So upgrade your version and always use Windows 10 or higher version. So you will get more facilities. If you want to get more facilities, you have to go for it. There is no alternative. Radhika Mittal is asking, can we do this recording on Google Slides? Yes, Radhika. I'm happy to see you over here. So Radhika, what we can do is, I have shown you demo of PowerPoint presentation, PPT. Google Slides is higher version, or Google Slides is having additional features than PowerPoint presentations. I have not shown that demo. You can go and explore on Google Slides. Beautiful features it is having. Actually, previously I thought of giving a demo of Google Slide only, but then I thought many people, they are just learning at they are beginners. So I will show only PPT. So already PowerPoint presentation is used by everybody. So it will be easy for them to understand. So go in Google Slides, there is facility of inserting audio, inserting video, inserting YouTube channel, inserting any document, inserting any PDF file. So beautiful and wonderful features in Google Slides are there. You can use it in that. Then will it work on Microsoft Team while teaching? Can videos be shown in Team? Sush is asking. Yes, it can be used in Microsoft Teams. As I showed you earlier that in Microsoft Teams, we can upload any kind of file. It can be video, MP4 video. It can be PPT. You can insert directly as a PPT or you can insert as a MP4. Dhananjay Aditya, how to select mic? It's very easy, Dhananjay. Whenever you go on any recorder or whenever you ask PPT to add voice, it will ask you to select mic. So you have to select that mic. Can we add voice to each slide? JC Pinto. Yes, JC. We can give voice to each slide. We can give voice to one slide. We can skip that. We can give voice to last slide. Means when you click on record, go in the slideshow, click on record. It will ask you from current slide or from specific slide. So you can go on that particular slide. You can record voice. For example, if I did any mistake and I want to erase a voice of one slide, go on that slide, click on the right hand side and delete that voice. And you can again give your voice. That facility is available there. Eye contact is necessary in dealing with children with special needs. Is any technology to sustain it? Mohanna Neelakantan. Thank you for asking that question. Let me tell all of you, there are many applications available for special children. For example, if you are teaching in any special school and you want different kind of gadgets for special children, different applications are available. Just try to explore that. If you want, I will put one video on my YouTube channel, how to use different applications for special children. This facility is available and wonderfully it works. This is very interesting thing. How can we directly copy a video from YouTube? Pooja Singh. Pooja, you have to get video downloader, YouTube downloader. If you like any video on YouTube channel and you want to download it, go on your Google, type YouTube downloader, download that exe file and you will be able to download that video from any YouTube or any channel. Preeti is asking, can we upload the PPT directly without converting to MP4? Yes, if you are using Google Classroom, Google Meet, Microsoft Teams, you can directly upload PPT. Or if you are uploading it on YouTube, you have to convert it into MP4 video. Disha Chaudhary, can recorded videos on Zoom be converted to MP4? Yes, it automatically gets converted. Like when we record anything on Zoom, if I am recording my session on Zoom, if I am recording any meeting, and when I end that meeting, it automatically gets converted into MP4 video. There is no need of conversion again. Samina Khan, how to share mobile sound for video when sharing screen from mobile? Actually, when you are sharing screen from mobile, you just can talk. Means, for example, I have opened one PowerPoint presentation, go on screen recorder, click on it and just speak. That video will get added to your PPT. Seema is asking, what is the difference between save as type PPT show and MP4? Actually, PowerPoint show is different thing. MP4 is different. MP4 is actual video where it is having some quality pixels and some additional features. MP4 video can be seen or can be uploaded on YouTube very easily. PPT show is a conversion of PPTX or PPT to PPT show. So it is totally different because when you select the name of any PPT, you can see it is the extension of its PPTX or PPT show, or extension is MP4. These are two different files. It is not similar. Rukmini Zamdar, how to apply classroom screen in PPT slides. Yes, now I have given demonstration of classroomscreen.com and I have created that video earlier actually. And what I did is with that video, MP4 video, I can add that video in my PPT. I'll go on my PPT, I'll go in the insert button. I will add video and that screen, classroom screen video can be added. Okay. How to remove unnecessary sounds from VoiceOver? It is possible. There are some applications available. You just can go on some apps, video editing apps, download it, and you can do that. Many questions are coming up. I think we are running out of time. 11:10 is there, and some participants already told me, please wind up in time. So they have some other conferences or other webinars to attend. I think I'll stop here. If there are some questions, I'll try to answer on my personal Telegram. So thank you, each one of you. Thank you for making difference in my life also. And thank you for being who you are. Over to Manisha. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sandhya ma'am. Good morning, everyone. I'm Manisha Thakur once again. Today, as Sandhya ma'am said, we are always extending our time limit. We are supposed to be closing our sessions at 11. Because the response is so much, such overwhelming response we are receiving for the sessions, we will be conducting a separate session on EdFly Learn. Later, we'll be doing that and we'll be making announcements of various things for EdFly Learn for teachers, tools that can be used, features that are working. A lot of participants have concern or they are trying to get the OTP and they are not getting. I would like to make an announcement that the telecom operator problem, the OTP problem was only for one day. Same next day onwards, there have been multiple teachers who have registered and have started uploading content on the platform. So request you to please check your internet connectivity in case, or telephone network if you are not getting the OTP. Wherever you are stuck, whatever you've not been able to do, we will connect with you again. Stay on the Telegram group. We will be informing about the next EdFly session also on the group. There are going to be multiple offers that we'll be announcing in that session for institute subscription. Please stay tuned, reach out to us for anything that you get stuck on, apart from OTP, because OTP is something which has been resolved already. We look forward to attend you again in the dedicated session. For anything, reach out to us. We've shared the helpline number. Thank you very much for today for joining us. And we